Blokees, Transformers. Ooh, what's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to be unboxing and assembling the Blokees Transformers Defender version 8 Battle Stars. So this is the 8th in the series of Defender, the smaller 2-inch figures. And this one has some real deep cut characters in it. They're going across all the continuities of Transformers, which is kind of cool. You do get a coin as well as one special type. So you will get a chase figure pretty much guaranteed in the box. You may not get the special one, but let's take a look at what they have in here. So for Autobots, we've got Swoop. Not sure why it's not focusing. We got Swoop. Pterosaur? I guess it's Dino mode. Then you got Star Convoy Optimus Prime trailer mode. And then you got Star Convoy in robot mode. Then we got Windblade, Arcee, and Garry. Deep cut right there. And then on the Decepticon side, we've got Super Megatron in vehicle mode, Tarn, Shattered Glass Goldbug, Glittering Smokescreen, which is like a translucent, and then Drift, which we just got in the Galaxy version. And then for the specials, we've got either a special armored Star Convoy or a Super Megatron, and then the more limited one is some extra weapons for both. I heard this can transform into a jet, which is pretty cool. So we'll see what we get. This side just says Blokees, Transformers. This side, it does show you how to open up the box for retail, so why don't we just do that? And we'll rip off this section on the perforated line. Whoop, messed that up. Good thing I'm not displaying this for retail, but all right, and then you can take this, and this will perforate as well. And then we can take this and flip this inside, and this is the display that you get for the store, so people can buy them individually. But it does come with 12 figures, just like the Blokees wheels. You get 12. So let's get these. Oh, actually, these don't have the plaster wrap on them. It's interesting, but I will get these open and then we'll take a look. All right, let's get these guys open and see what chase we got. Oh, right away, I've got the Super Megatron vehicle mode. Okay, so this is just the standard one. And see. I did keep them in their order, the way they appeared in the box. There's Tarn. Next we have Super Megatron. So this is the regular version. So most likely the chase is going to be the Optimus. There's Shattered Glass Goldbug. There's Drift. There is Arcee. By the way, the instructions are on the back, in case you're wondering. Here is Swoop. Here is the Star Optimus Prime trailer. I'm a little confused because did we get the vehicle version that goes with the trailer? Or does it combine? Maybe it's going to combine? Interesting. Oh, compatible with Optimus Prime vehicle. So they must be making the vehicle. I don't quite understand that, but let's see. Here is clear smokescreen. And next we got Star Optimus Prime. Oh, this is a special type. So I think it's got the shiny version, which is cool. And we got Windblade. She looks a little, her proportions are a little weird. And process elimination, we got Garry, which I definitely don't know this character, but deep cut on this one. So let's get these built. We'll do it the normal way, stop motion, and then we'll take a look at each of the figures individually. All right, let's take a look at these guys. We'll start off with Smokescreen here. He is this translucent color. It does have paint on it. Yellow, white for the face, painted chest. Does look good. There's his classic gun. It does come with the door wings and the shoulder cannons. They're on ball joints, so you can't move them. Let's go over articulation. I'm going to go over articulation on this one, and I'll probably skip it for the rest. Head is on a ball joint, goes forward and backward. A little bit side to side and rotates around. Shoulders on the ball joint, rotate all the way around, out to the side. You have a 90-degree bend at the elbow, rotation at the elbow. Wrists are on the ball joint, so those rotate around. Give you a little bit of up and down on that. Going to the waist, you have a waist rotation. There's a little bit of a ab crunch just due to the ball joint that it's connected on. Legs will kick up to there, back to there. Out to the side. Rotation at the knee. 90-degree bend at the knee. And you have ankle tilt on a ball joint, forward and backward, and a rotation. Pretty nice accessory. I do like the look of that. All right, next we'll take a look at Tarn. And he's got some really nice paint on him for the face mask, chest, and pretty much the whole legs. It does have his weapon here as well as on the back. Looks really good. You can remove this if you want. You can also remove the backpack part. The mask is not removable. It's one piece, but it does look really good. You get the red for the eyes. Very nice. All right, next we'll take a look at the Shattered Glass Goldbug. And you get a new head sculpt here. The body, I think, is the same as the Bumblebee we've got in the past, but nice Autobot Shattered Glass logo there. Actually, he gets a different gun this time. But overall, it does have a little bit of paint on it. Here's the back. Pretty cool if you're a Shattered Glass fan. All right, next we'll take a look at Windblade, and she's got a good amount of paint on her as well. The head crest here, the top of the head, face mask, the wings themselves, the intakes, and the black paint there, chest painted. Nice translucent pink for the weapon. Here's the back. All right, next we have Arcee, and it's basically the same body mold as the Windblade, other than the backpack and some of the chest parts, but the arms and the legs are very similar. Here's the backpack. She comes with a Gatling gun. I don't remember Arcee ever having a Gatling gun, but it does have some paint on the chest. You can put this in the hand. I think the configuration meant to have it in is having this across the bottom and have it like that. Pretty neat looking Arcee. It's just funny that it has a Gatling gun. All right, next we have Swoop in Dino mode. And we did get a Grimlock already in Dino mode. So now we have 2 of these. Pretty nice looking. Here's the bottom. The head is on a bulge. It goes forward and backward. The mouth can open up. I was kind of surprised they worked that in, but open up to there. So up and down, side to side, and can rotate. The wings, whoops. The wings are on a hinge. So you can lift those all the way up to there, down to there. The guns can be removed if you want to. And that's basically it. You can bring this down like this, but you can't really stand up because of those legs. So you can put a stand port there and have them on a stand. I had them on a Blokees block, but there you go. All right, next we'll take a look at Drift. And we just got this guy in the Galaxy version, so now we're getting him in the Defender. Lots of nice paint on the head, shoulders, chest. Here's the back. He does have storage for his sword. The sword looks pretty good, done in silver paint. You can unpeg that from here. And this will peg right here on the backpack. I think that's really cool that they thought through that. You know, a little extra attention to detail there. All right, next we'll take a look at Sky Garry. And I'll have to admit, I don't know this character really at all. But he does look cool. He got blue for the eyes. Nice painted chest plate there. Silver for the gun. The shoulder blades here, they get in the way of the gun. So if you try to bend the elbow with the gun, it'll collide there. But you can bring the arm up. All right, next we'll take a look at the Super Megatron. And we get both the vehicle and robot mode. So here's the vehicle mode. Does come with a cannon on top. The treads and stuff are all on ball joints. It's a little weird. Like, they don't have actual wheels on them, but it does look pretty good. You get the Sky Tank, and then here's the Megatron. Nice head sculpt. Chest is painted. You can remove the gun from the arm if you want. He supposedly combines with the parts from here. You know, it's not really in the instructions, so you kind of have to figure it out. But for example, you can take this, unpeg this from here, and you could put this on the backpack. You get something like this. Let's see, maybe we could take the wings. No, those don't plug in. So there's probably some other combinations of things they could do here, but cool little figure with his alt mode as well. All right, last but not least, we have Star Convoy in robot and at least the trailer of the vehicle mode. And this guy is the special version, so he's got an extra weapon and he's got this shiny finish to him. It does look really nice. You got silver paint, gold paint, dark blue paint, yellow paint. Autobot logo's there. Nice yellow on the shoulders. Comes with an extra gun here. He does have the guns on the shoulders. These are posable. They can move. They can rotate. Really nice looking head sculpt as well. Here's the back. He does have a backpack. And then we get this, which I find a little confusing because it does transform, but I don't know. Here's how it looks. You can open up the trailer. So you could, drive a little tiny thing inside. I don't think I have anything that fits in there. Does look kind of cool. You can combine this with the G1 Optimus from the Blokees Defender line. It looks like this. Go ahead and unpeg the trailer from the cab. Pull out the smokestacks. And then there's 2 pegs here. Going to plug into 2 pegs there. So get that on. And this is the alt mode configuration. It is cool, but I don't think it's quite looks like Star Convoy in his alt mode. It kind of looks like a G1 Optimus pulling Star Convoy's trailer. But it is kind of neat, I'll say that. Another thing you can do is you can combine it with the Galaxy version of Optimus Prime. So we'll unplug this from here. And you're going to remove this. Unpeg these pieces. And unpeg this from the back. Pull apart the legs. And then we get those feet there. I find this a little strange that they did this, but we can pull that off, the ball joint. That will plug into here. And now you've got a quasi version of Star Convoy. This doesn't work for me. I don't think this looks like him. You could probably get it there by removing some of the panels and maybe changing it up a little bit. But yeah, this one in particular doesn't feel like it quite got there. But the vehicle mode for sure I think looks pretty good. So final recommendations on the Blokees Transformers Defender version 8. And by the way, I forgot to show this coin. It does have Galaxy Convoy on it. All the Defender versions come with a coin. It's a plastic coin, by the way, but it does say Blokees on this side, Transformers on this side. I'm going to give this a 4 to 5. I'm going to recommend it. Overall, they're pretty cute little figures. I like the fact that they're doing some of these characters that we really don't see a lot of. This Galaxy Convoy and Super Megatron, Sky Garry. I don't think I've ever seen anybody doing him. Drift, IDW characters, Shattered Glass characters. There's a lot here that you don't often see. Windblade. I think the only thing I would maybe say they could have done better is the combined mode for the Star Convoy. The legs become legs for, the Galaxy version. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look like what I expect Galaxy Convoy to be. The vehicle mode's okay. I think it works fine. But the robot mode, I think, needs improvement. Maybe there's another part coming out for it in a future Defender. And if that's the case, then, I withdraw my comment. But otherwise, I think it's a pretty cool set. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Blokees. We'll see you next time.